Hey, what's up? This is Kaiser, and what we're going to talk about right now is naming your training business. And naming your training business isn't as complicated and isn't as important as some people think. Some people get stuck trying to think of the name for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you don't really need to do that. But it is something important. There is an art to naming a business, and it does have some importance with your marketing. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. And some of the things to remember about naming your business is you want to give it a high energy name. There really is a lot of value in a name. There is a lot of importance in how your product sells. I mean, for example, if you're watching this video, you're an owner of the six-figure trainer manual. This was originally called the top level trainer manual. Now, a top level trainer is a term we use a lot on the blog, in the manual itself. But what is a top level trainer manual? That's really a term that doesn't have any significance or a real definition. That's why we actually define it in the manual. That's the reason why I renamed the book. And six figures is the result that the manual is built to achieve, and it is something that has significance for everyone, for the majority of trainers who are starting out or getting to that level. That's obviously the goal they have in mind. So that's just a little tip of how I use naming for a product that I have, which happens to be an e-product, and that's a good thing to keep in mind when naming your business. Just give it a little bit of pep, give it some relevance, some importance, give it a little bit of energy in that name, and it will make a difference in how your product is how your business is perceived. Words carry a lot of power, so the words you use they will carry some weight. And the next thing you want to keep in mind is now this is a little bit more subtle, but this is an important thing. Is the kind of um, musical or I'm looking for the right word, but the rhyming or musical quality of the name of your business. For example, the blog is called Super Trainer. Those two words almost rhyme, but the two words they're similar. It has a certain melody to it, and it's something easy to remember. It's something that sounds good the first time you hear it, and it's something that if you visit the site the first time, it just immediately it carries a little bit of subconscious relevance to it, just because it rhymes. It's something that rolls off the tongue quickly. Now, my personal training business is called Go Hard Personal Training Business. I named that before I knew anything about marketing, so it doesn't have that quality to it. I don't know if that hurts me or not, but I'm not going to rename it now. But I just want you to keep in mind that you can make a mistake with it, um, and I mean this isn't something that will really hurt you, but it is something that can help you. Especially if down the road you're looking to really grow your business, you're looking to dominate your area, if you're going to be in all the local newspapers advertising or being featured, if your website's going to be up, if you're going to have your business located in somewhere that's populated heavily that people see a lot. Well, if that name has a catchy sound to it, it's something that people will remember, and it's just going to grow and grow in their consciousness. They'll tell other people about it, even if they haven't experienced your services. So I just want you to keep that in mind. I mean, there's just a lot of there's been research done on this, and if you just look around, in your environment, you'll see that a lot of the companies that are doing really well, that have that preeminent position in the marketplace, they do keep this in mind. Just for example, Coca-Cola, they've always been number one. Pepsi can never really get into the number one position, and one of the factors in that is the name Coca-Cola. It just has a name that rolls off your tongue very easily. The name does rhyme, and it just is a much the phonetics of the names are just much better than any of their competitors. Another product, for example, the Palm Pilot. If you remember when that first came out, that was something that people would just talk about all the time. Almost everyone owned one, and that had the phonetic quality, Palm Pilot. But once they went to the name Palm, they lost their um, position in the marketplace, and they were replaced by the BlackBerry. And BlackBerry, again, you hear that phonetic property to it, that rhyming property. Even though it doesn't rhyme, it does have the similar letters, and the sound is something that just has that rolling quality to it. Now, Palm is recently, I just noticed in a commercial, they've gone back and their new product, it's Palm, and the second word, I don't remember what it is, but it has a P in it, so it looks like they've learned from their lesson. Okay, so those are just a few points, a few, again, minor points. Your name, again, I mean, you could give your business just a terrible name, but as long as you're doing everything else properly. I mean, for example, my business name, Go Hard Personal Training, I mean, that's just pretty much a terrible name, but if you're doing everything else right, you still, I mean, it shouldn't hurt you. But naming your business properly, again, is just one thing that works in your favor. It's something that's going to be um, representing you for the next few years. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it right now, just to give you a little more guidance on the subject. All right, so there's other videos on some of these startup issues right here in the members area, and if you are getting ready and starting up, you can take a look at those too. All right, bye bye.